Now, on Good Morning Northwest, a man is dead, shot by police officers. Coming up, what we know about the confrontation that led officers to shoot.
We have a wet start to the day around the inland Northwest. I'm tracking the areas that could see snow during the morning commute in your first alert forecast.
And Jimmy Carter has died at 100 years old. We look at the life and legacy of the 39th president of the United States. You are watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Glad you're with us to start this week. I'm Robin Nance. It is Monday, December 30th. Natalie Grant has the morning off. Allison Martinez filling in for Mark, who also is off today. She has your first alert forecast that's starting off a bit wintry.
Yeah, that's right. Good morning. We have a little bit of a slippery start to our day around the inland Northwest. Some areas seeing more rain and some areas, especially into Idaho, seeing more snow. But nonetheless, you'll want to give yourself plenty of extra time as you head out the door. Here's our radar right now, and you can see that activity in eastern Washington throughout the Spokane area and really covering the majority of North Idaho here. For our temperatures right now, we're right around 32 degrees, freezing, 33 in Coeur d'Alene, 33 in Spokane, 32 in St. Mary's. Pullman, you're at 33 degrees, and Ritzville is at 31. Now, we do have some alerts in place, and these will be in place all throughout the day until around 4 o'clock this afternoon. This is for everything you see in purple and pink on your screen, which includes really the majority of Idaho here and into Montana. And these are in place because we have some challenging conditions out on the roads. Areas in Idaho are seeing snow, especially up into the mountains. We're expecting 2 to 4 inches into some of our passes. 4 things to know about your weather as we start off our week. We have a slick start to the day today. This includes the Spokane area. We have snow in the Idaho Panhandle. We'll have a cloudy New Year's Eve, but then New Year's Day, we'll have snow to start off 2025. Now, here are the next couple of days so you can get a better look at the conditions and temperatures we're expecting. This week overall, we're going to be a bit cooler than we were for last week and the weeks before. 38 degrees is your high for Monday. We have a wet start to the day in eastern Washington. A lot of this wetness will start to decrease as we make our way through the morning commute. So around 7, 8, we'll see a lot more dry conditions. Tuesday, 35 degrees, mostly cloudy. And then Wednesday, New Year's Day, you could be waking up to see some snow throughout the inland Northwest. 32 degrees and 35 degrees is our high for Thursday. Robin?
Allison, thank you. 4 Spokane police officers shot at and killed a man outside an apartment complex yesterday in the Garland district. It happened at the Northcliffe Terrace Apartments in South Garland district. You can see on this map, those apartments are on Post Street and West Cora Avenue, just north of Corbin Park. Spokane police say when they arrived around 4:30 in the afternoon, 4 officers fired their guns with at least 1 shot hitting and injuring an adult man. Despite life-saving efforts of medics and officers, he died from his injuries just after 7 last night. Spokane police will not confirm whether the man was armed or if they recovered a gun from the scene, saying that is part of the investigation. The Spokane Independent Investigative Response Team will investigate. We'll keep you updated on any new information and developments. An update to a deadly weekend car crash. Washington State Patrol says a woman died when a car hit her along Highway 2 Saturday. WSP says a car hit 75-year-old Roberta Isaacson when she walked into the road between the main gate of Fairchild Air Force Base and Dover Road. Westbound lanes of Highway 2 near the base were blocked for several hours. WSP said the driver was not impaired by alcohol or drugs. Jimmy Carter, the 39th president of the United States, died yesterday. He was surrounded by his family in his hometown of Plains, Georgia, nearly 2 years in hospice care. Hannah Joy's at the Breaking Now desk. And Hannah, this morning there are many tributes honoring the life and legacy of former President Carter.
Robin, this morning, take a look at this video of the White House. You can see the American flag is flying half-staff to honor former President Jimmy Carter. At 100 years old, he became the longest living president in U.S. history. Now, that's half the time President Joe Biden said they've been friends.
There's millions of people all around the world, all over the world, feel they lost a friend as well, even though they never met him. And that's because Jimmy Carter lived a life measured not by words, but by his deeds.
President-elect Donald Trump said on social media, "The challenges Jimmy faced as president came at a pivotal time for our country, and he did everything in his power to improve the lives of all Americans. For that, we all owe him a debt of gratitude." Meanwhile, former President Barack Obama said Carter taught us all what it means to live a life of grace, dignity, justice, and service. In office, Carter shaped foreign policy, so much so he organized a historic peace deal between Israel and Egypt. But after leaving the White House, Carter could be found building homes, and in recognition of his efforts, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2002. However, Carter considered his marriage to Rosalind to be his greatest accomplishment.
Rosalind say, okay, finally, and staying with me all this long.
The couple celebrated their 77th wedding anniversary last year, just before Rosalind died at the age of 96. In response to Carter's death, Biden has ordered a state funeral in Washington, D.C. Carter's body will then be taken back to Georgia so he can be laid to rest beside Rosalind. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Thank you, Hannah. An avalanche at Silver Mountain Resort is prompting a warning from the ski patrol. Keep out of closed areas. In a social media post, Silver said that 4 snowboarders hiked up a permanently closed area and knowingly ducked a rope closure line. One rider triggered a small avalanche and was caught and carried along with 2 others. While no one was injured, Silver calling it a disaster, or rather a dangerous event, saying our professional ski patrollers designate what is closed or open after careful consideration of current conditions and mitigation work. Please keep out of closed areas. There's a reason they're closed. It's now 6 minutes after 6 o'clock. Let's check in with Allison Martinez and from Mark, talking about some weather alerts, some winter alerts you have.
Yes, that's right. We definitely have some winter conditions in Idaho, especially into the mountains. So caution is really what you'll want to stick to today. We'll break down the timing of this coming up in your First Alert forecast.
It was a quiet start to the flu season, but that's over. Just ahead, how it's ramping up and the best course of action to fight it. And 2 men on a hunt for Sasquatch in a southwestern Washington forest end up dead. The story right after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
You know you want a burger, so make it my Smash Jack. Rated the best burger in fast food. It's even got more beef than a Big Mac. Chin up, Ronald. Maybe you'll get a participation trophy. My Smash Jack, now on sourdough.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Did you know that Washington's Working Families Tax Credit could put up to $1,200 back in your pocket? If you're part of a low to moderate income household, you could be eligible for a refund designed to help you cover essentials like groceries, gas, or bills. The best part? Applying is free and easy. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov to see if you qualify. Don't miss out. Apply now and make sure you get the refund you deserve. That's workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
In football, to have a good offense, you need to know how to read the defense.
The same is true dealing with the insurance company after a car wreck.
They'll use every trick in their playbook to pay you as little as possible.
But we know their playbook.
Like when they stack the box.
These are huge insurance companies.
And they'll do anything to keep you from winning.
Like stacking the box with attorneys to fight your claim.
That's when you call an audible and call us.
We're attorneys Russell and Hill.
We know the insurance game.
And we know how to win.
Hurry! The final days of Northwest Winterfest are here. Don't miss your chance to experience the Northwest's largest illuminated holiday and cultural festival. Now indoors and bigger and better than ever. Come see Dinosaur Land, brand new this year. Plus live performances, free interactive children's activities, and free admission for kids 10 and under. So come celebrate the magic. Get your tickets before it's too late at northwestwinterfest.com.
Want a cool new vehicle for the new year? A new style? Tough four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive? With delayed payments until April 1st, then you need to head down to the Cal Superstores in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene, where they are offering up to $600 of free upgrades, like truck lifts, light bars, and tires, to customize your new ride. Like your deal, love your wheels at Cal.
You're craving tacos. Not just tacos, birria tacos. Actually, birria tiny tacos. Sauced and loaded and served with my new birria-flavored buttermilk ranch. You won't find all this at that other taco joint.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
10 minutes after 6, here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Today is setting up to be one of the busiest air travel days of the holiday season, but some passengers might be a little nervous after yesterday's deadly crash in South Korea. Investigators are trying to determine why a Jeju air flight slid off a runway, crashed and caught fire. Experts say the circumstances appear to be unusual, adding flying is one of the safest ways to travel. The aircraft that crashed is a Boeing 737-800. Experts say thousands of them are in use and they have a proven safety record. We'll have an in-depth look at the investigation into the South Korea crash coming up in about 20 more minutes. The flu season is ramping up after a slow start. Positive tests are up 12% nationwide for the week ending December 21st. A look at the weekly influenza surveillance report shows cases are spiking in the Northwest, high in Washington state and very high in Oregon and Idaho. Experts say the flu typically starts to pick up around Halloween, peaking in February. But this year got off to a later start, and it's not clear why. They say the best protection against the flu is to get a flu shot. 2 men from Portland, Oregon died over the Christmas holiday in Skamania County in search of Sasquatch. The 2 men were reported missing Christmas morning. About 60 volunteers spent 3 days looking for the men, finally finding their bodies Saturday. Authorities say it appears the deaths were caused from exposure to weather conditions. The NBA's reigning scoring champion now has another title, burglary victim. Luka Doncic is part of a growing group of pro athletes who have been victimized while away from home. Burglars allegedly taking jewelry valued at $30,000, including a $4,000 necklace and earrings worth $14,000. Other NBA players have been victimized, as has Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, who had more than $20,000 cash stolen during a Monday Night Football game in October. The NFL, NBA, and NHL all warning its players of a South American crime syndicate, saying skilled criminals are increasingly targeting athletes' homes on game days.
Here is your 10-second takeaway for this Monday. We have a wet morning with slippery road conditions. Then will be foggy and cloudy for the afternoon with a high of 38 degrees.
Our time is now 6:12. Add another one to the string of suspicious fires on Spokane's South Hill. Coming up, how the latest one burned dangerously close to a family's front door. And winter weather to start your day. Here's a live look at it from downtown Spokane, overlooking the pavilion. We'll have another check with Allison filling in for Mark. She has your full forecast coming right up.
I think this is my favorite. Okay, hon, what do you think of this one?
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower remodel.
Swing into Fred's Appliance for our New Year New Kitchen Super Sale and discover unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in our region. Make cleanup a breeze with a brand new model Bosch dishwasher, limited to stock on hand, only $449. Save over 40%. Quiet operation, advanced water efficiency, and a variety of cycle options.
Fred's, it's appliances. Only appliances.
At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances.
The Season of New Traditions sales event is on at George Gee Kia Spokane. This means you receive special savings on over 270 new Kias. Exceptional offers are available now. Lease new 2025 Kia Sorento Hybrid EX all-wheel drives starting at just $349 a month. Lease new Kia Sportage X-Line PHEV all-wheel drives starting at only $299 a month. Give yourself and your loved ones the gift of a new Kia from George Gee Kia Spokane. Shop George Gee Kia Spokane off I-90 in Liberty Lake.
Watch KXLY Plus over the air on KXLY ABC4. Live updates, breaking news, weather every 10 minutes from the 4 News Now team. Get up to date on the information you need in just an hour. Weekdays at 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. over the air on KXLY ABC4.
I'm Mark Peterson. During this season of giving, consider donating or volunteering with the Inland Northwest Wildlife Council, producers of the Big Horn Show, an organization committed to protecting and enhancing wildlife and fish habitat. Your donation supports numerous programs like early hunter education, wildlife habitat build-out, access to wildlands for those with disabilities, and mentoring programs. Check out their impact at inwc.org and give or volunteer today.
The biggest mattress savings of the year are here during the after Christmas clearance sale at Walker's.
Enjoy year-end closeout savings on Serta, Beauty Rest Harmony, and Beauty Rest Black Hybrid mattresses.
This week at Walker's.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, press it!
It's our gift to the community, and it's meant to spread holiday cheer.
Can you imagine being in the hospital during the Christmas season and looking out the window and having that like glimmer of happiness and joy?
Every year they're better, they're brighter. It's amazing.
It makes it very magical while I'm in the hospital.
Enjoy the lights at Cowley Park all season long. It's our holiday gift to you from the 4 News Now Extreme team.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower remodel.
4 News Now is brought to you by Northwest Winterfest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back. It is now 6:16 on the dot. A string of garbage fires on the South Hill continued Sunday, the latest one burning just feet from one family's front door. The Spokane Fire Department says it's unclear if they are connected, but they were all intentionally set.
A dumpster fire, a literal dumpster fire. My birthday's tomorrow, so it's a wonderful birthday / Christmas / New Year present.
Early Sunday morning, Olivia Lynch says her husband frantically woke her up saying there was a fire out front. Their trash and recycling bins were burning.
So I put on a robe and I'm barefoot and come out on the porch, and he's already ran out there. He's wrapped in his blanket from Christmas time, barely got his shoes on with the hose trying to spray the fire, and the flames were bigger than that bush, like they were huge.
Security footage from a neighbor shows the fire starting and a short time later, a group of kids wandering back and forth. We reached out to Spokane Fire regarding the security footage. We'll let you know if there are any further developments. All right, here is a live look this morning. My drive in a couple of hours ago was really sketchy, really slow going because, you know, it was raining really hard in some places, then it was snowing, and then it was rain, snow. It was kind of all over the place.
Yeah, you definitely just have to prepare for the worst, which means just driving slow and just taking your time with it this morning, because no matter where you are, we do have some wet weather. In Spokane, it's more of a mist, more rain, and then over in Idaho, we're seeing more snow. So here, we're tracking the pattern, and you can see a lot of our activity for today will be focused over in North Idaho. For Tuesday, we'll dry up, have a little bit of a break, and then Wednesday morning, New Year's Day, we'll see the return of wet weather throughout the inland Northwest. Now for today, because of that snow that we're expecting over in Idaho, this has really been prevalent throughout the morning, especially until around 7 a.m. We do have some alerts in place. This is for everything in purple and pink on your screen, which stretches from up north in Bonners Ferry all the way down into Moscow, into Montana also. And these alerts and advisories are in place because of the conditions out there on the road. So I'm going to sound like a broken record, but give yourself plenty of time as you head out. Now here's a look at the totals that we're expecting throughout Idaho. So over at 4th of July Pass, less than an inch at Cataldo, 1 to 2 inches in Kellogg. Same goes for Wallace, and then over at Lookout Pass, we're expecting 1 to 2 inches. So throughout the morning, we've seen our totals decrease a little bit from what we're expecting overall, which is good news for those of you who will be traveling, especially through those mountain areas. For our forecast snow over in eastern Washington, we're definitely expecting less than an inch today. This is pretty consistent throughout the area. As we said, right now in Spokane, we're seeing rain and a mist, but nonetheless, wet conditions as you head out there on the roads. For today, we have a high of 38 degrees. We have the chance of snow that will start to slow around 7 o'clock this morning, so in just a bit here. And then we have clouds all throughout the rest of the day, and we'll see the return of fog tonight around 4 o'clock this afternoon, and that fog will only become more widespread as we approach the overnight hours. We'll cool down to 29 degrees today. So for our temperatures this week, overall, we are looking to be quite a bit cooler than what we saw in the last couple of days. Here's our forecast radar so you can see how today's system will play out. Here's 7 a.m. You can see by just that time, a lot of this will be confined to Idaho, seeing activity all throughout there. And then by noon, a lot of this will make its way out further east into Montana. Here, we're going to fast forward by showing you your hourly forecast. You can see we have temperatures right around 32 degrees for the entirety of the morning, and you can also see how that potential for wet weather will decrease down to 40% by 8 a.m. and then down to 20% by 9. And over the next couple of days, we have those cooler than normal temperatures right around the low 30s. 38 degrees today, Monday, with the potential for wet weather, especially in the morning. Tuesday, we'll have a little bit of a break. We're expecting mostly dry weather. And then Wednesday, overnight into the early morning hours, you could be waking up to some snow on New Year's Day, depending on where you're located. Thursday, a little bit more of a dry spell there. And then Friday and Saturday, more wet weather. So it's been quite a bit since we've seen wintry conditions, but they'll be here in full force for the weekend. As you mentioned earlier, Robin, great excuse for those who got shiny new ski gear to test it out this weekend.
Yeah, definitely. Allison, thank you very much. And thank you for joining us. It's now 6:21, even with a winning record under first-year head coach Mike McDonald. The hopes of the Seahawks making the playoffs look to be unlikely. We'll tell you more after the break next in Morning Sports. Thanks so much for starting your last Monday of the year with us right here on Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Want a cool new vehicle for the new year? A new style? Tough four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive? With delayed payments until April 1st, then you need to head down to the Cal Superstores in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene, where they are offering up to $600 of free upgrades, like truck lifts, light bars, and tires, to customize your new ride. Like your deal, love your wheels at Cal.
Planning a trip to 49 degrees north? Make Mistaqua Casino Hotel your home base for an unforgettable ski, stay, and play experience. Store your gear securely in our convenient ski lockers. And after a day on the slopes, relax in our indoor swimming pool, hot tub, or unwind in one of our comfortable, beautiful new hotel rooms. Mistaqua Casino Hotel is located just north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Visit Mistaqua.com for more details.
Looking to end the year strong? Join Planet Fitness now through December 30th for $1 down, $15 a month, and pay nothing until January 17th. With top-tier strength and cardio equipment, free fitness training, and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone can level up in the judgment-free zone. Why wait to start feeling stronger? Get moving now. Join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime, and pay nothing until January 17th. Don't miss out. Deal ends Monday, December 30th.
The after Christmas clearance is on now at Walker's Furniture with year-end blowout savings on last year model closeouts, discontinued and remnant inventory. And because we must sell it all, get 15 to 40%, even up to 70% off, or interest-free financing till 2029. So you can enjoy the comfort of your new furniture now and pay over time during the after Christmas clearance at Walker's.
Where quality just costs less.
Hi, I'm Ken.
And I'm Donnie.
We lead the advocates.
The advocates fight for each of our injured clients. We take on big insurance and get big results.
We're both advocates, but we're very different from each other.
That's true.
I say potato, she says...
Potato.
Oh, I guess we're the same there.
Potato. Do people say that a different way?
Potato.
Who says it that way?
Never mind. Injured, you deserve an advocate.
Good morning. It is now 6:24. The Seattle Seahawks left their playoff fate in the hands of about 8 other teams as the regular season winds down. They needed the miracle of all miracles to clinch a spot in the postseason. Unfortunately, those dreams, like many of their games, ended in spectacular, disappointing fashion. Seattle needed UW quarterback Michael Penix to come up big and steal a win against the Washington Commanders on Sunday Night Football. The Southpaw doing what he could, 4th down and goal, game on the line, finds Kyle Pitts on the slant route right there. Oh, they would tie it up at 24 on an immaculate 4th down conversion. But Jaden Daniels and the Commanders would get the ball to start overtime, and he made sure to end things on his terms. Look at that scramble on 3rd and 2. The rookie making this Falcons defense look silly. Victory in sight for the Commanders. 3rd and goal. Daniels finds his big man Ertz on the crossing pattern, and that is all she wrote. The Commanders secure their first postseason berth since 2020, effectively eliminating the Seahawks from playoff contention. So the Seahawks will play for bragging rights and really a draft pick as they close out the season next Sunday at SoFi Stadium, taking on their division rivals, the LA Rams. Come on, Hawks, end on a good note. Oh, the Washington State Cougars are turning the page, entering a new chapter after a tumultuous 2024 season. Nearly 30 players hit the transfer portal, and their head coach left for the ACC. But the Cougs have found a new leader to help their rebuild, hiring a new head coach this weekend who has a national championship under his belt. The Cougs named Jimmy Rogers as the program's 35th head football coach Saturday. Rogers has agreed to a 5-year contract. His credentials are impressive. Rogers arrives at WSU having spent the last 12 years at South Dakota State University, the past 2 as head coach. He led the Jackrabbits to win an FCS national title in 2023. Welcome, Coach Rogers. It is now just about 6:26. Before we head to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America at 7 o'clock.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a potential twist in the Menendez brothers case.
I told him everything. Okay. Everything about what?
Attorney Brian Friedman, who represents 24 family members of Kitty and Jose Menendez and supports the brothers' release, plans to file a petition to transfer their case from the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office to the California Attorney General.
Those are the people that I represent. Those are the people that I'm really looking out for to have a voice in this process.
He argues a conflict of interest exists between LA's new district attorney, Nathan Hochman, and his appointee, Kathleen Cady. Cady recently served as the attorney for Kitty's brother, Milton Anderson, the only family member opposed to the brothers' release. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on what this means for the Menendez brothers case. With your GMA First Look, I'm Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, New York.
I'm getting vaccinated Pfizer's pneumococcal pneumonia vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I'm getting Prevnar 20 because pneumococcal pneumonia could put me in the hospital, and my risk is 6 times greater because I'm over 50.
The CDC just expanded its recommendation for those 50 or older to get vaccinated. You're also at risk if you're 19 or older with certain chronic conditions. Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect against both pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle and joint pain. Millions have chosen Prevnar vaccines, which have helped protect adults for over a decade and have an established safety profile.
That's why I chose Prevnar 20.
I want to be able to keep my plans.
Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Are you ready for this? Ready to take chances? Will you push and break your limits? Are you ready to be a legend? Are you ready to fight to be fearless? Are you made for greatness? This is your moment. Are you ready for this?
Oof. Moving day never goes smoothly, does it? Let's just settle this little mishap, huh?
Who do we always see on the billboards again?
It's the one called That's All Guys.
After an accident like this, you deserve to be compensated fairly for everything you've had to go through.
At Craig Swap & Associates, we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
It's time to start the countdown to 2025.
With performances by Alanis Morissette, Blake Shelton, Carrie Underwood, Jonas Brothers, Lenny Kravitz, and more. Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve live December 31st on ABC.
'24 caught on tape. A 12-year-old saves his mother's life. An elderly couple trapped in a burning home. And a motorist rescued from a car crash. Next in Sun Edition.
Tonight at a special time. From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning. The 4 News Now Story Tracker kicks off this half hour with stories people are talking about this morning, including this one. Imagine visiting all 7 continents in 7 days. Sounds exhausting, right? Well, now imagine running a marathon at each stop. A Wisconsin man is planning that journey as part of the World Marathon Challenge. Dennis Begg says he is running the World Marathon Challenge in honor of his late mother. Competitors have 168 hours to run 7 standard marathons in every continent across the world. The clock starts when the first marathon begins in Antarctica on January 31st. The last known living survivor of the Pearl Harbor attack has died. Warren Red Upton was 105 years old and died on Christmas Day. Upton was a, quote, humble, gentle, soft-spoken man. His family told media he died after a bout of pneumonia. Mr. Upton told interviewers in the past that the real heroes were the ones who didn't make it home. 3 weeks ago marked the 83rd anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor. Good morning, Northwest. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Robin Nance. It is Monday, December 30th. Natalie Grant has the morning off. So does Mark. Allison Martinez filling in for him. She has your first alert forecast.
On this Monday morning, we have some slippery conditions all throughout the inland Northwest. As we take a look at our live radar, you can see some of that activity over in eastern Washington. We're seeing more of a rain mix than anything in Idaho, rather. We're seeing more snow. So here we're going to fast forward and take a look at our current temperatures. We're at 33 degrees in Coeur d'Alene, 32 in Spokane, same for St. Mary's. Lookout Pass is at 27 degrees, 33 in Pullman, and 31 degrees over in Ritzville. Now we have some alerts and some advisories in place over in Idaho because of that snow and the potential for dangerous conditions out on the road. It's everything that you see in purple and pink on your screen, which stretches up north in Bonners Ferry all the way down into Moscow and into Montana, and that will be in place until about 4 o'clock this afternoon. 4 things to know about your weather as we start off the work week. We've got that slick start to the day today. Then we also have snow in the Idaho Panhandle all throughout your Monday. We have a cloudy New Year's Eve, but then we have the potential for snow to start off 2025. So here's our hourly forecast so you can see how these conditions will pan out. We'll see decreasing chances for wet weather as we make our way towards 9 a.m.
Allison, thanks. A team of U.S. investigators is heading to South Korea where a Boeing passenger plane burst into flames after hitting an airport barrier. Hannah Joy is at the Breaking Now desk. Hannah, how many people died in this crash?
Robin, this morning, people are leaving flowers and candles at a memorial site in South Korea. It comes after a deadly plane crash, killing everyone on board except 2 people. New video shows the moment leading up to the crash. The flight arrived from Thailand, then began to malfunction at high speed, all before crashing into a wall and bursting into flames. As of now, the cause of the crash is under investigation.
It was on its belly and on its engine skidding down the runway for thousands of feet, and it was still going at least 100 miles an hour when it goes past the camera, which is at the end of the runway. Why it was that fast, why it landed on its belly, all of these are questions that the black box will eventually answer.
During the search, authorities say they have found the plane's 2 black boxes from the scene. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
And 179 people died in that crash. Cheney police arrested a man who has been wanted since 2023 for a violent assault. Andrew Brady is accused of attacking a victim near West 1st Street and K Street in Cheney, December of 2023. Cheney police said Brady hit the victim in the head with a hammer, then continually kicked and punched the victim once they had fallen to the ground. After the assault, police said Brady left the scene, made his way to Nevada and to Oregon. Over the next year, Cheney police teamed up with the U.S. Marshal Service and Spokane Police Department to investigate and search for Brady. Law enforcement found Brady Saturday, arrested him after a brief foot chase. He'd been booked into the jail on charges of assault, battery, and resisting arrest. Friends of the Bluff, an organization that helps to maintain the high drive bluff, is working with Spokane Parks to put in place a staircase on Rocket Gulch. The staircase would replace the steep path that connects a 30-foot right-of-way off of South Hatch Road to the other bluff trails.
We want to have stairs in there so that a walker with average abilities is able to access this southern end of the bluff where all those trails are.
The stair designs have been approved by Spokane Parks, so now Friends of the Bluff are in the fundraising process. The organization hopes to raise $100,000 to be able to start the project in the spring.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
But don't worry, if you missed the ball drop. You did not rather miss the ball drop with that countdown. I'll get it right. Hey, crowds gathered in New York City's Times Square to watch a practice confetti drop ahead of the big night. On New Year's Eve, 3,000 pounds of confetti will be dropped by hand from nearby buildings. And if you're looking to ring in the new year a little closer to home, there will be a fireworks show by the Clock Tower in Riverfront Park. This free event is happening Tuesday, tomorrow, New Year's Eve at 9 p.m. about time the real ball drop happens in New York. It is now just about 6:36, and Allison Martinez is back again filling in for Mark. And you've got the ball right there, ready to go.
Yes, if you're curious about the weather conditions you'll experience on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, we're dry New Year's Eve, but New Year's Day could be a very different story. We'll tell you the conditions you can expect coming up in your First Alert forecast.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
This isn't our dog.
That one?
You never got new glasses, did you?
Well, you didn't know Stanton Optical makes eye care easy.
Exactly.
2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam, $79. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
Are you ready for this? Ready to take chances? Will you push and break your limits? Are you ready to be a legend? Are you ready to fight to be fearless? Are you made for greatness? This is your moment. Are you ready for this?
At employee-owned Yolks Fresh Market, they believe in showing up for their neighbors. That's why they're partnering with Second Harvest for the annual Season of Giving food drive. Just go to any Yolks and buy a bag of prepackaged groceries to give back to our community this season.
Hi, I'm Dean, the owner of Carpet Barn. Right now, save up to 60% with clearance pricing.
Carpet starts at only 99 cents a foot and LVP for 78 cents a foot. Save 40, 50, and even 60% now at Carpet Barn. Mohawk Redwood starts at $2.99 a foot, including pad. Got a small project? Get 2 remnants and the 3rd is free. But don't wait. This offer is only good while supplies last. Get quick installation at Carpet Barn's clearance sale.
The holidays.
So happy together.
And holiday trips. And holiday toys. And holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Get 3.9% financing for 60 months on all 2024 Silverado HD pickups. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Welcome to the card for Zags fans who dream big. Get your exclusive Gonzaga debit card from Numerica today.
At Stanton Optical, independent eye doctors are available for eye exams whenever you need one. You should have seen me before I got mine. You're so quiet. Are you mad at me? Book your free same-day eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
Good morning and welcome back. It's now 6:39. For many of us, the new year is a time to set new goals for ourselves, but that's often easier said than done. ABC's Christiane Cordero has some tips on setting and keeping those New Year's resolutions.
As we turn the page on 2024, now is the time to set those New Year's resolutions for 2025.
So everyone's kind of thinking about what they really want the future to look like for themselves, and that's kind of a lofty process.
Neurologist Dr. Leah Kroll says people often set too many goals or goals that are too vague.
Set yourself up for success by focusing on just one or two goals that are really important to you for this year and getting very specific about it.
For example, I want to get in shape this year may sound great, but it's not really actionable.
Whereas if you say, I want to train for a 5K, you know exactly what you have to do.
Next, Dr. Kroll says to craft a plan for yourself.
Most goals are going to take multiple steps to achieve. So really mapping out for yourself, what is each step that I need to take over the course of the year to get where I want to get in the end.
So if your resolution is to eat more vegetables,
well, you've got to go to the grocery store. You've got to pick up your broccoli. You've got to look up a recipe. You've got to cook the broccoli.
And it's more than just a blueprint of what you have to do.
There's also something very gratifying on a chemical level in the brain about sort of checking things off your list and feeling like you're already making progress towards your goal.
Sharing your goal with the people in your life can help keep you accountable. And getting together with friends to make vision boards can help give you direction.
The process of going through and making a vision board is so helpful when it comes to really focusing on what your goals are. What do I want that end goal to really look like for me? What do I want my life to look like 1 year from now?
Dr. Kroll says there will be bumps in the road. And remember, we're human.
So there's absolutely no such thing as somebody who sets out to achieve every goal they've ever had and has carried out every step without any flaws. That just doesn't happen. It's not reality.
Don't beat yourself up about it or get upset. Continue moving forward to achieve your goal. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest on this Monday. Lots of investors looking past New Year's Day and into the early days of 2025. The next round of monthly employment data is due January 10th, and then 10 days later, President-elect Trump will be inaugurated. The annual Santa Claus rally holding true again this year. The NASDAQ and S&P are both up about 1.8% over the last 5 sessions. Big Lots now has a deal in place to keep hundreds of its stores open after it filed for bankruptcy in September. It's being taken over by a firm that specializes in distressed companies, which will transfer Big Lots stores and distribution centers to other retailers. And holiday sales now revealing a split among Americans. Companies say increased sales were largely driven by households making $100,000 or more. Lower income Americans cutting back, squeezed by higher prices for groceries and childcare. Spider-Man returns with a new animated series, and the release of the new Batman film gets delayed. Rick Damigella has more in the Hollywood Minute.
Just consider it a good deed from your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That's me, by the way. I'm Spider-Man.
More Spider-Man adventures are swinging your way. The web-slinging hero takes on new adventures in the animated series Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. This is your first look at the show, which premieres January 29th on Disney+. Sarah Bareilles performs her biggest hits with a full orchestra. This is a clip from the singer's special Sarah Bareilles New Year's Eve with the National Symphony Orchestra and Friends. The event was recorded at the Kennedy Center and will air Tuesday on PBS.
When that light hits the sky, it's not just a call. It's a warning.
Batman fans will have to wait a bit longer to see his calling card again. The release of the sequel to The Batman has been pushed back to October 2027. The latest Caped Crusader film is now expected to go into production late next year. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Here is your 10-second takeaway. As we start the week, we have a wet morning with slippery conditions. Then the rest of the day will be foggy and cloudy in eastern Washington. We have a high of 38 degrees.
Your chance to skate alongside players from the Spokane Chiefs is almost here. The evening of January 8th from 6 to 8 p.m. Some of the Chiefs and their mascot Boomer will host a community skate night at the Numerica Skate Ribbon in Riverfront Park. During the event, attendees will have the opportunity to take pictures with the players, get autographs, and learn some helpful skating tips. I bet they've got a few. Good morning. Northwest time is now 6:44. We have a full check of the forecast with Allison Martinez coming up right after the break. Plus, deadly tornadoes strike the south over the weekend. A look at the damage and what's in store for today coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
You didn't ask to get in a car wreck, but here you are, injured, out of work.
And the insurance company wants to fight you on everything. You didn't pick this fight.
But you can pick who finishes it.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
Want a cool new vehicle for the new year? A new style? Tough four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive? With delayed payments until April 1st, then you need to head down to the Cal Superstores in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene, where they are offering up to $600 of free upgrades, like truck lifts, light bars, and tires, to customize your new ride.
Like your deal, love your wheels at Cal.
Planning a trip to 49 degrees north? Make Mistaqua Casino Hotel your home base for an unforgettable ski, stay, and play experience. Store your gear securely in our convenient ski lockers. And after a day on the slopes, relax in our indoor swimming pool, hot tub, or unwind in one of our comfortable, beautiful new hotel rooms. Mistaqua Casino Hotel is located just north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Visit Mistaqua.com for more details.
At More Furniture, we're celebrating freedom of choice. Right now, get this gorgeous reclining sofa and matching reclining love seat in brown for only $9.95. But wait, you'll also find this plush gray reclining sofa with love seat for only $9.95. The console love seat with this set includes cup holders and storage for added versatility. Whatever your style, you'll find it at More Furniture with choices. Visit your local More Furniture and exercise your freedom of choice today.
Extreme makeover. My girls don't have a dad. We have 96 hours to build a house for a deserving family. It can't be real.
This was more than just extreme home makeover. This was extreme life makeover.
Somebody to lean on.
Injured in a car wreck?
Insurance company giving you the runaround?
Delays, excuses, and lowball offers.
Don't get hurt twice.
Get twice the help.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
4 News Now is brought to you by Northwest Winterfest.
Good morning and welcome back. Our time is now 6:47. A severe and deadly tornado outbreak tore across the south over the weekend, causing damage from Texas to Georgia. Some survivors say they came just feet from serious injury or death. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the details.
A rare December tornado outbreak carving a trail of destruction throughout the South, killing at least 4 people. More than 35 tornadoes were reported across Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia. Close to a dozen touching down in the Houston area alone. More than 300 structures damaged there. Several people were taken to the hospital. In Mississippi, Donna Ammons scrambled to safety as a twister roared through her neighborhood.
Oh, my God.
That same tornado devastated Michael Carroll's home. He says he was upstairs with his dog when a tree came crashing down. It missed him by just 3 feet.
Somebody was taking care of me, all I'm saying. But yeah, we're fine.
At least 3 trees came toppling down on top of this home. Wendy Freeman was inside her bedroom asleep when it happened. She's now trying to salvage as many of her belongings as she can.
It sliced through my bathroom and my closet, so if I had gone to the bathroom, I'd have been dead.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Wow. Just incredible, isn't it? Yeah, for us.
Terrifying.
Okay, we are just, that's nothing. We're fine. We're fine here.
Yes.
And I shouldn't say nothing because if you're driving, you might be running into some slick conditions.
Yeah, it's definitely best to treat this as if it's going to be dangerous because the roads can be very, very slippery in several parts of the inland Northwest, especially in Idaho. So give yourself plenty of extra time. Right now, we're taking a live look over Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. In Spokane, you can see some wetness on the roads here. In Coeur d'Alene, a little bit harder to make out here on this camera, but there is light snow, so definitely be mindful, especially through those untreated areas. 32 degrees in both areas right now. Now, we do have some winter alerts in place. These will be in place until around 4 o'clock this afternoon, and this is for Coeur d'Alene into Kellogg, St. Mary's, down into Moscow, and then over into Montana also. Now, the good news is we've seen some of these come away. Earlier, this was blanketing Bonners Ferry in Sandpoint, and it looks like those areas have been excluded. So overall, our numbers are telling us that this system isn't quite as impactful as what we thought earlier. Right now, you can see these are the totals that we can expect. Less than an inch at 4th of July Pass, Cataldo into Kellogg, same for Wallace, and same for Lookout Pass. Now, over in eastern Washington, we're seeing even less activity. We're seeing more rain, especially in the Spokane area right now. Less than an inch all throughout Washington here. Here is a look at today's conditions. We'll have a high of 38 degrees with a chance of snow and clouds. Tonight will cool down to 29 degrees. We'll have widespread fog. And for the next couple of days, overall, our temperatures are going to be a bit cooler than what we've seen in the last couple of days. And we have wet weather moving in and out. We'll have more news and more weather coming up after this break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Spokane Boat Show.
It's our Drive Home the Holiday Sales Event, where you'll save up to $16,000 off or 0% APR on a new Sierra 1500 Crew Cab Denali. Then ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange. We're family owned and operated at GMC of Riverfront Park.
It's jaw-dropping. It's eye-popping. It's gut-busting. It's showtime. Everyone agrees this show is... so good! Beetlejuice! Coming to First Interstate Center for the Arts December 31st through January 5th.
Not the best sound to start your day with, is it? Your next decision should be to call Precision. Our professionally trained technicians are here to provide you with award-winning service every time. Our trucks are rolling warehouses, so we can get you back up and running fast. Need a new door? We do that too. And right now, get a new garage door, Wi-Fi opener, and remote combo installed for as low as $34 per month and up to $500 in cashback savings. Call or book online today.
The After Christmas clearance is on now at all Walker's Furniture stores, where you can save up to $800 on Beauty Rest Black Hybrid sets or up to $500 on Harmony Luxe.
Making it the perfect time to say yes to a better quality sleep.
Plus, get big blowout savings on 4-piece bedroom groups.
These prices are so low, you'll think it's a dream.
During the After Christmas clearance sale at Walker's.
Where quality just costs less.
If you're searching for a career that makes a difference, you could find it as a dental assistant. For over 50 years, Carrington College has been preparing students to make a difference with our healthcare programs, which means you'll get the right hands-on training and experience to prepare you for a job you can be proud of. With a campus near you and classes taught by professionals in the field, you'll graduate with the confidence to step right into a career in dental assisting. Plus, do it all affordably and in as few as 9 months. Go to carrington.edu and see the difference we can make together.
We're on with what's new this morning. What's happening now.
And what's next for you?
Get what's new now and next at 5 and 6 a.m.
right here.
And right here at 7
Because we're on all morning long. Good morning, Northwest and GMA.
It's our Drive Home the Holiday Sales Event, where you'll save up to $9,000 off or 3.9% APR on a new Sierra 2500 HD Denali. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange. We're family owned and operated at GMC of Riverfront Park.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready for your Monday in the morning sprint. Allison Martinez tracking wet and snowy weather to take on your day ahead. And Hannah Joy in studio remembering the life and legacy of the 39th President of the United States, Jimmy Carter. But first, 4 Spokane police officers shot and killed a man outside an apartment complex yesterday. It happened at the North Cliff Terrace Apartments in South Garland District. You can see on this map, those apartments are on Post Street and West Cora Avenue, just north of Corbin Park. Spokane police say when they arrived around 4:30 in the afternoon, 4 officers fired their guns with at least 1 shot hitting and injuring an adult. Despite life-saving efforts of medics and officers, that man died from his injuries just after 7 last night. Spokane police will not confirm whether the man was armed or if they recovered a gun from the scene, saying that is part of the investigation. The Spokane Independent Investigative Response Team will investigate, and we will keep you updated with any new developments. An update to a deadly weekend car crash. Washington State Patrol says a woman died when a car hit her along Highway 2 Saturday. WSP says a car hit 75-year-old Roberta Isaacson when she walked into the road between the main gate of Fairchild Air Force Base and Dover Road. Westbound lanes of Highway 2 near the base were blocked for several hours. WSP said the driver was not impaired by drugs or alcohol. An avalanche at Silver Mountain Resort is prompting a warning from the Ski Patrol. Keep out of closed areas. In a social media post, Silver said 4 snowboarders hiked up a permanently closed area and knowingly ducked a rope closure line. One rider triggered a small avalanche and was caught and carried along with 2 others. While no one was hurt, Silver called it a dangerous event.
Today, all throughout the inland Northwest, we have wet conditions to start off the day. Here's a look at your hourly forecast for Spokane. We've got a 60% chance of wet weather until around 7 a.m. Then this will start to decrease as we approach 8 and even less into 9 a.m. Right now, we're seeing rain in the Spokane area, but over in Idaho, we are seeing snow, so give yourself plenty of extra time as you head out the door. We have advisories in place.
Jimmy Carter, the 39th President of the United States, died yesterday. He fought long and hard after spending nearly 2 years in hospice care. At 100 years old, he became the longest living president in U.S. history. Now, that's half the time President Joe Biden said they've been friends.
There's millions of people all around the world, all over the world, feel they lost a friend as well, even though they never met him. And that's because Jimmy Carter lived a life measured not by words, but by his deeds.
President-elect Donald Trump and former President Barack Obama also reflected on his impact. But while in office, Carter is remembered for shaping foreign policy, so much so he organized a historic peace deal between Israel and Egypt. In response to Carter's death, Biden has ordered a state funeral in Washington, D.C. on January 9th. The president has declared the day as a national day of mourning. For updates on the life and legacy of former President Jimmy Carter, tune in to Good Morning America.
The last known living survivor of the Pearl Harbor attack has died. Warren Red Upton was 105 years old and died on Christmas Day. Upton was a, quote, humble, gentle, soft-spoken man. His family told media he died after a bout of pneumonia. Mr. Upton told interviewers in the past that the real heroes were the ones who didn't make it home. 3 weeks ago marked the 83rd anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor. Cheney police arrested a man who has been wanted since 2023 for a violent assault. Andrew Brady is accused of attacking a victim near West 1st Street and K Street in Cheney in December of 2023. Cheney PD said Brady hit the victim in the head with a hammer and then continually kicked and punched the victim once they'd fallen to the ground. Law enforcement found Brady Saturday, arrested him. He's been booked into the jail on charges of assault, robbery, and resisting arrest. Friends of the Bluff, an organization that helps to maintain the high drive bluff, is working with Spokane Parks to put in place a staircase on Rocket Gulch. The staircase would replace the steep path that connects a 30-foot right-of-way off of South Hatch Road to the other bluff trails. The organization hopes to raise $100,000 to be able to start the project in the spring.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year!
Crowds gathered in New York City's Times Square to watch a practice confetti drop ahead of the big night. On New Year's Eve, 3,000 pounds of confetti will be dropped by hand from nearby buildings. And if you're looking to ring in the new year a little closer to home, fireworks show by the Clock Tower in Riverfront Park. That's happening Tuesday, New Year's Eve at 9 p.m. Back with the final check of weather right after this.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Welcome to the card for Zags fans who dream big. Get your exclusive Gonzaga debit card from Numerica today.
The Season of New Traditions sales event is on at George Gee Kia Spokane. This means you receive special savings on over 270 new Kias. Exceptional offers are available now. Lease new 2025 Kia Sorento Hybrid EX all-wheel drives starting at just $349 a month. Lease new Kia Sportage X-Line PHEV all-wheel drives starting at only $299 a month. Give yourself and your loved ones the gift of a new Kia from George Gee Kia Spokane. Shop George Gee Kia Spokane off I-90 in Liberty Lake.
Man, I can take real good care of you. See? Works perfectly for you, right?
At Craig Swap & Associates, we don't get paid until you win.
One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
We have a wet start to our day all throughout the inland Northwest, and because of this, of course, our conditions out on the road are a little slippery. We're right around freezing this morning, so give yourself plenty of extra time as you head out the door, especially in Idaho. That's where we're seeing more snowfall than anything. But for today, we have a high of 38 degrees. Tuesday will be dry for New Year's Eve, but New Year's Day, you could be waking up to see snow depending on where you are. Then Thursday, we'll have more dry conditions, but wet weather returns just in time for the weekend on Saturday and Friday.
Allison, thanks so much. And thank you for tuning in this morning. We'll see you throughout the morning with live local updates during Good Morning America. That starts right now.